I'm coming to you from Miami this week for the weekly video fishing forecast. Yeah, we're here down at the boat show. Keep an eye out for exclusive boat reviews as well as an interview with NLBN, that's no live bait needed. We're also going to have some rig tying, some rod building, another fly tying video, and brief winter reports.
The fishing news is sponsored by these fine partners. The Freeport Fishing and Boating Show is back February 17th and 18th. Get your fishing and boating season started with over 50 exhibitors and seminars from pro anglers. Fun for the whole family. For more information and advanced ticket discounts, visit freeportfishingshow.com to be part of the fun.
Today's the 15th of February, and this week for the news, I'm happy to let you know that it is a free fishing weekend in New York State. That means no saltwater registry or freshwater license is required. You can try out those lakes you always wanted to without having to get that license this weekend. You can try for herring or white perch in the tidal creeks, no registry required. Let me know how you do. Send the pictures into Broderick at thefisherman.com. The February issue of the Fisherman magazine has been out for a couple weeks now. Now I want to move over into some other features that we do have. We have the hot spot of the month. That's a Steeplechase Pier by Tony Salerno. Great spot to fish. Check out that read. We got our tail end portion, Giants in the Snow. It's about catching bluefin tuna in the snow. Really interesting article. You want to check that out as well. The Fisherman's Jenni Ackerman has another open boat segment this week, but it's rod building and specifically rod marbling. Pretty cool technique. Take a look at this video.
Hi everyone, welcome to this week's open boat. Today I wanted to show you guys something pretty special and cool. It's a little behind the scenes work for some winter projects that I do. So I don't know if you know this, but I build my own rods. I love building custom rods. It's a lot of fun. The science behind it and everything, guide alignments, math for figuring out where the guides are gonna go, and doing decorative wraps. I love doing closed decorative wraps, but I wanted to take the time to show you something specific I'm doing for this white rod right here. I call it the koi fish rod because I was gifted custom koi fish grips. So what I wanted to do, I was struggling to find a decorative wrap that would look nice in this back area, and I am doing marbling now to it. Marbling is a good beginner's decorative wrap for people just getting into rod building and they don't want to deep dive into closed decorative wraps like I did. So my marbling is a little bit different compared to how traditional marbling rod builders do it. Mine's more abstract. So what I did was basically I want to match the scale seen on the koi fish grips to match it onto that piece so it looks like one big koi fish. So I'm going to go through like just the quick steps of how to marble your rod. So to start, you can order your marbling kits on Mudhole, and they come with a ton of different colors and a very informative instruction sheet on how to marble. So to start, you take your epoxy, you mix per ratio for 2 minutes, and then you're going to spread that epoxy on the area of the rod blank where you are going to be marbling. Following that, you take the leftover epoxy, a couple nickel sizes of it, and mix in that color pigment, like I did orange for mine. Once that's been mixed, you move back to the rod that's spinning on the drying rack to keep that epoxy even. And if you were doing normal marbling, you would want to have that rod spinning the whole time. But for mine, I had to slow it down to blot down those little paint spots of the orange mix. And then you can do another coat of epoxy on top of that and put more on top. What's cool with regular marbling is like you can put as many colors down as you want and literally like take a toothpick and manipulate the paint and create these cool, interesting patterns. But it's really cool to showcase some little funky flares to your own custom rods. So definitely look into marbling, look into decorative wraps, and see what you can do to spice up your next custom build.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing, that nothing says no to fish bites.
For you surfcasters out there, everything about getting some more distance from the surf, well, check out this quick rig that I do tie for surf fishing with bait, bunkers, clam, whatever it may be. This will get you some more distance when casting stripers in its Roth. Take a look at this rig tying video. But you find yourself not being able to get the distance to get to that outer bar, or your leader whips around and your bait comes off all the time. We'll show you a compact way to set up a surf striper rig to cast bunker chunks, clam bellies, whatever your bait of choice may be, to get that distance and keep your everything intact a little more. It's real simple. So it starts off with your inline circle hook that you're going to use for striped bass. You need these to fish for striped bass if you are using bait. So you have an inline circle. It could be a 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 9-0, 10-0. Depends on what size bait you're using. Also, you're going to want a 3-way rig with a sinker snap as well. It's real simple. I take a piece of monofilament, whatever pound test that you feel comfortable with, 40, 50, maybe even 60. We're going to go about that long. It's about 1.5 feet right there. Cut that off. One of the empty eyes on the 3-way with the sinker snap. Tie one improved clinch. Not going to finish that all the way. Then on the other end, you could do a snell here, but I'm going to tie an improved clinch because it's quicker and easier. Again, not going to finish that all the way. Going to take the hook, put it into the eye on the sinker snap, pull, and both are going to, knots are going to slide right into place like that. Take it apart, trim off those tag ends, and you've got yourself a very compact, long casting striped bass surf rig. You could use it for bunker chunks, clam bellies. This is going to get you extra distance to get to that trough where those striped bass are feeding. All right, let's check out some of the events coming up. On the 17th is Surf Day. It's for the Jersey Shore Surfcasters. It's a great event. I was there last year. Great crew, plugs, rod makers, whatever it may be surf related. A lot of good seminars as well. I know Bill Weitzel's going to be there. I think John Skinner's going to be there also. Be sure to check that out. That's at Lincraft, New Jersey. Go to facebook.com/surfday for more events on that. February 17th through the 18th is the Freeport Fishing and Boating Show. It's at the Freeport Recreation Center. Admission is $10. It's going to have 100 tables plus of everything you can think of for fishing, boating, and more. Going to be some seminars going along as well. One of them is going to be given by me on my top 10 plugs for surf fishing for striped bass for 2024. Be sure to check out the Fisherman magazine booth while you are at the show for the giveaways. Then on the 29th, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of March is the Empire State Outdoorsman Sportsman Show. That's at the Rockland Community College in Suffern. This show is a different show than the original Suffern show, but it is taking place again. Going to be a lot of great stuff at this one. For more info, call 845-319-3976. Then on the 2nd is the Ward Melville Show. We all know this one of the biggest shows on the island. Anything you can think of fishing-wise, custom rods, tackle, maritime art. The proceeds will go to the fishing club. Great benefit for the kids. If you want more information on that, call 631-730-4900. Leave a voicemail for Bob Wilson. Subscribe to the Fisherman magazine or renew at one of the upcoming shows. When you do renew or subscribe for $30, you'll get a $20 gift card for Surehold products and a Tsunami 4-inch Tidal Pro iPod popper, and you're automatically eligible to enter into the Dreamboat contest. It is a great deal. All right, I'm gonna go around the map, have some brief reports. Nothing too crazy this week, but I did hear some white perch at some of the local lakes here in Patchogue, where I'm usually located fishing. I heard Ron Conkman had some walleye as well, poking around after dark, early mornings. Small rapalas, small swim baits are great for that. Perch in the tidal creeks have still continued to be a popular option for those who did fish over the weekend. The key to having more success was fishing the right tide and using natural baits as opposed to fake baits. Night crawlers, get some grass shrimp, those were the right choices. Your catch rate would definitely go up significantly in comparison to using fake baits. Trout at local lakes, we're chewing pretty good on those warm days we had over the weekend. I even heard of some rises happen on small insects, which does present a great opportunity for the fly fishermen looking to swing the fly rod. Spin fishermen caught their fair share on small tins and spoons. Slow retrieve is with a twitch is usually what gets it done for me. So check out those options. Also keep in mind that there are cod boats running when the weather does permit it. Looks a little windy this weekend, so they may not run, but keep an eye. King Cod's running, Viking is running, Superhook is running, Captain Dave is trying to get out there. All these boats, great boats. They know where the fish are as long as they can get out there. Hopefully this bite does improve. It's been a little slow recently, but as we go from February into March, it should be a better bite. If you do happen to have a notable catch, email me at mbroderick@thefisherman.com with the photo and any details, and I'll try and get into weekly video fishing forecast or the magazine.
Hello, Matt. Can you believe this weather? Last week, 50 degrees, and this week, we got a snowstorm. Oh, that little groundhog. But this has been a really cool week, though. My son and my nephew, they went up and fished. Why you take the opportunities when you can. They went up to the Westchester area and fished the Croton water system, and they had a great day. Water was a little high, but by using nymphs and fishing low and slow, they were able to put a few fish into the net. It was a great day, and they're exploring. As my son now is a guide, he wants to learn more about the areas that we have. As far as Long Island goes, Connecticut, fishing, but I've been hearing you have to really really focus, change the flies. Sometimes it's a slow strip, sometimes it's a fast strip. Change it up, but if you do, you're going to catch fish. People I know have been out there and they're doing pretty good. It's been really good. I've been hoping to get these guys cleaned up and on the car, but it looks like it's not going to happen for at least a week. But hey, if I could get out, I'm going to get out. Try it in. Now I did speak to Tim Regan from South Fork Salt. Check out his YouTube channel. It's a really good channel. He's still fishing, still catching white perch out on the East End. Hopefully one of these days I'm going to get a chance to go fish with him. But hopefully that's going to happen. But at the same time, he's going to be at my Fly Fishing Expo talking about fly fishing in the surf. He's going to be doing a presentation. It's coming together really good. We got more vendors, more presentations, more fly tires. It's getting bigger and bigger every year. So mark it on your calendar, March 16th. Fly Fishing Expo of Long Island. Till next week, tight lines. Pray for good weather. Hey, you know what? There's no secret. I love fishing wet flies. I love tying wet flies. They're very simple. They just look alive. It's a great for beginners because even if they cast, it can float out and they can catch fish. And they're so easy to tie. So tonight's tie is actually called the Partridge and Peacock. It's a very simple fly, very easy to tie. Let's get to the vise and tie one up. This is a very simple fly, very few ingredients. We're going to use some flat tinsel for the tag. We're going to use black thread, semi-denier black thread, and we're going to use some partridge and some peacock curl for the body. That's it. So wet flies are very simple flies. There's not much to them, but they work. You know, less is more, I say. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie some tinsel in to make a tag. And because I want the gold to show, I'm going to put the silver facing me. Wrap it down a little bit. And I'm going to wrap. One more wrap. And I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to take 3 or 4 strands of peacock curl. And I'm going to cut the little white butts off. And I'm going to tie it in right here. Leaving room for my hackle. And wrap back. Now I leave my thread hanging right there as I wrap back. And the reason is because the thread weight of the bobbin will keep the hackle together. They won't spray out as much. All the way forward. One got away, one broke. And tie it off. I'm going to pick a hackle that's not too big, not too small. And I picked this one right here, the nice fact, but I'm going to clean all this fluffy stuff off. I don't want that. And I'm going to take it's just the tip and I cut it. That's my tie-in point. I'm going to wet it, and I'm going to make a couple wraps. Put in my hackle pliers, it might help. And then I'll tie it off. Make a nice head. And I'll whip finish. Now, soft hackles are they're just so really cool flies.
Captain Mike Century has the latest in Staten Island.
Hello guys, Mike Century here from Anglers of Legend Sportfish, Boatworks, and Seafood. Try to be very quick with this. My buddy Book and his friends went out to Venice, Louisiana last week, and they gave the proper beatdown on some jumbo yellowfin tuna. I believe one of his friends' tuna was 195. Book's was around 225, 226 pounds, that is. And you can see by these photos, just giant yellowfin tuna. The sickles on those tunas were very impressive. I always wondered if they are a subspecies to our Atlantic yellowfin tuna. Some scientists are doing some DNA, and hopefully we'll get that answer shortly. On the home front, OBX, Oregon Inlet, North Carolina. My buddy Scott Rolls, Tyler Wilkes, Dan Rosetta, I believe, was down there with them also, and their friends. They gave the bluefin tuna a nice beat down also. 100 inches, 572 pounds at the scales. And that was impressive fish. Obviously, nice, torpedo-shaped, football size. And that was kept legally for the recreational side of the angler vessel. So OBX is on fire. That usually stays till about late March over there. And if you could, get time to, pursue these nice tuna down there, head for it, man, because it's literally one of the best winter actions I've seen in a long time. On the home front here, can't wait for March 1st, striped bass season here in Jersey waters. You can legally target striped bass, catch and release only in New York waters till April 15th. That's when the season opens and you're allowed to retain your one fish. Follow the regs, of course, they change a lot. This Saturday, I will be at the Edison Expo show, 4 p.m. doing the Tuna Seminar. It's a free seminar provided by the Fisherman magazine. Thanks very much, Mr. Jim Hutchison, for inviting me again this year. And Matt and pretty much everybody else, Team C. Smith. Thanks to our sponsor, Sterling Tackle. Cannot say enough about those people. Fantastic gear. Some giveaways will be given out if you answer the questions correctly at the show. But with that said, this Saturday, the boat show, Edison, New Jersey, Raritan Expo, 4 p.m. I'll be there. Bring a lunch because it's going to be a long seminar and you're going to learn a lot. I mean, when I'm telling you you're going to learn something, people walk out of there with a sense of pride and honor and a know-hows. And they get the job done for the upcoming year. So let me get out of here, finish what I got to do. Take care, guys.
Remember to like our video, subscribe to YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we do post a new video on YouTube. Check out this video's description on YouTube for all the related links and index for specific reports. And please do support our correspondents. They're really helpful. They are giving some great reports. Visit their websites and their social media pages. The Fisherman magazine has launched their apparel store. We do have hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, and our t-shirts. They are all online now, and it is free shipping with orders over $100. It's a great gift for yourself or that angler in your life. Visit thefisherman.com/shop or click on the card in the upper right. Don't forget, this video is available as a podcast on iTunes and Google Music. Search for the Fisherman Magazine podcast and subscribe so you can listen to this broadcast and our other content. We got a lot of good stuff coming to you from Miami. Boat videos, boat reviews, exclusive interviews with NOBN. Keep an eye out for that stuff in the future. It's going to be dropped on our e-news or in the magazine. Stay in touch with that to check that out. Also, catch us at the 17th and 18th show at the Freeport Recreation Center. We're going to be there. We're going to have the booth. $20 gift card to Surehold. 4-inch Tsunami iPod popper for signing up. Come on down, visit us. Also, be sure to check out my seminar as well. Hope to see you then.